You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long.
The whole idea of the district assemblies is to create an environment and a space where ordinary citizens, women and men, can have a chance to make a contribution to decision making.
It is also a way of ensuring that everybody at the grassroots level take part in governance. It's also a way of bringing governance closer to the people at the local level.
At the district assembly, it's actually like a mini parliament. We discuss issues from the community.
Schools, markets,
Clinics, street lights,
drains, roads, and things that concern the community, and they think it should come from the government. So we present these issues and lobby as much as possible to get results to the community.
To win elections in Ghana, especially local level elections, the people in the electoral areas are looking out for a lot of things.
That the person must be of a sound mind.
courageous, selfless, loyal.
You should always communicate peace. You should always communicate love. You should always communicate development.
socialization, patriotism, educating your people.
These are the things that the community members or the electorates will want to see from you.
But apart from that, the person should be somebody who has some leadership skills.
We are already leaders because we are taking care of our children in the houses.
You don't need any formal education at all to be an assembly member.
You don't necessarily need money, more money, to be able to get the people to support you.
Education should never be a barrier because
There are chiefs and there are queen mothers in various areas who give advice and who lead the people who have never stepped in a classroom before.
the law makes provision for other languages to be used in doing assembly meetings. The law does not use English as the mode of communication. The law is saying that they can use English or any other language widely spoken in the area. Languages such as Ga, Dagbani, Hausa, Dagumba, Dagare, Ewe, etc. Well, the participation of women to me is not very encouraging. It is far from expected because under normal circumstances, we know women play a critical role in terms of development.
Currently, there are only 419 women who are elected members of the assembly, whereas the men run into the 4,000s.
Which is rather woefully inadequate.
Which is not the best for development. When we talk of partnership in development,
Both men and women are needed at the assembly because in our homes, in our communities, we make up. It's made up of men and women, and for you to have a good community, a sound community, you need both.
In terms of lobbying, for projects for your people, I think that it will be very easy for the woman to do than the men.
more to the point, women are very accommodating. They are people who can absorb a lot of things. The heart that women have, men may not have those hearts.
The way we deal with issues at home, resolve issue, and be able to get things out of situations that don't seem even possible. We should be able to get more from the district assembly to our communities.
When women decide to lobby, when women decide to advocate for issues for their areas, they are going to succeed.
The low participation of women, in my opinion, can be attributed to the society not fully recognizing them in practical terms.
And women have very low incomes. So on their own, they do not have enough incomes to be able to compete at the same level with their male counterparts in order to be elected into these positions.
Which shouldn't be the case.
What can be done to encourage women to actively participate in the local governance process can be in various folds.
50% of the 30% appointed members are supposed to be women. So this is an area where we can work hard to ensure that every district assembly has this number of women who come in, irrespective of whether or not they stood for elections or they did not.
The national authorities should also lobby and then make sure that women are appointed.
They should put party politics aside for us to get more women.
Civil society organizations, development partners should support the campaign processes of women and then make sure that these women will get in there.
As an assembly member for about 3.5 years in my lecturer area, if you go to River Way, you've seen drains there. It's through my lobbying. So women can lobby too.
A man can step down for a woman to participate. A man can become the campaign manager of a woman. In fact, we need each other to survive in society. When a man marries a woman, they said it's partnership. That partnership should be translated from the marriage level to the community level, from the community level to the regional level. So women should see themselves as partners in everything that we do. And for that matter, they should also see themselves that this is the time for them to take part in decision making. And once we take part in decision making, we take part in implementation.
I want to encourage my fellow women to come on board on district assembly platform. They should actually try and come on board and contest and win elections.
And I'll tell them that the society is waiting for them. We are all waiting. And all the men will gather and then help them to win this election.
What you need is the commitment to say to yourself that I'm interested. I want to change the situation in my community. There is water problem in my community. There is a problem with health care facilities. Children are dying. Women go to hospital and they don't come back because the health facilities are not good. And I want to do something about it. With that kind of resolve and commitment, I think that we can force our way through the system and get policymakers to recognize that it is really important to get women involved.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home. You've been kept down for much too long. Stand up, please, and say I am free. Don't forget you are welcome home, welcome home. Come with me on this happy trip back to the promised land.